And the invitation more broadly that I make is for you to take all of this stuff into your day-to-day life. It's one thing to have 1 hour, 2 hours out of, I don't know how many hours there are in a week. But if you do the math on that, the ratio is not in your favor if you only do the looking for that amount of time each week. It's certainly better than not at all, right? I mean, up to a point in your life, you didn't know to look at all. You didn't know about any of this possibility. So it's a huge miracle and a wonderful thing to actually show up here and to receive the invitation and to look for yourself for an hour or 2 hours each week. And as I say, that's sort of the starting point, but then you really want to do yourself a favor, you want to then also apply this throughout the week, not just for 2 hours a week, but for many hours throughout the week. And it should be light and easy. It should be sustainable. It's not the kind of thing, I'm not saying you should, spend 5 hours in meditation every day. And if you don't, then nothing's ever going to get better for you. It's not like that at all. Because if it was like that, it would be, forget about it. None of us would succeed. So it's not like that. That's also good news. But what I am saying is that bit by bit, the invitation is to start to incorporate this into your life so that you are looking moment to moment and discovering what's really possible. So that it's not just something that you hear about. It's not something you just read about. It's not something you just wish for. It's not something you just maybe pray for every once in a while, but it's something that becomes a continuous prayer. And it's not a petition. It's not that kind of prayer. It's a prayer from self to self in your own heart. It's a prayer of an invitation to actually, and this is really the theme of today, to actually start to take responsibility for your own life. Because up to now, or up to a certain point in our lives, we didn't take responsibility. It was all just left to chance in a way. It was what everybody else was doing. They're all responsible. The government is responsible. My parents are responsible. My culture is responsible. The TV is responsible. My teacher's responsible. My neighbors are responsible. Everybody else is responsible. God is responsible. It's all, we're externalizing all of it. But here, the invitation is to take responsibility, which is great news. I hope you can hear that. It's wonderful news because now you don't have to wait for anything to change out there. It's all possible within you. There's no external conditions that are necessary for your total happiness. Your total happiness is available within you now because it's your actual nature. You don't have to do something to be worthy of it. You don't have to do something to approach it. None of that's necessary. The only thing that's necessary, again, is to unlearn the unhelpful stuff that clutters your clear view and experience of that innate truth.